Hello, 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 my beautiful new human tribe. Oracle Jessie here, she, her, hers. I'm here to serve the new humans and the old souls. And today I am here to give us our energetic guidance reading of the week. It is, oh goodness, I don't even know what day is it. It is October 25th, 2020. And we are looking for guidance on the week ahead. I know this past few weeks honestly have been really hectic, and it's not gonna slow up anytime soon. Just look at the astrology, it's not gonna slow up anytime soon. So that being said, I am running a special on my readings. If you want your own guidance reading, I've got a $10 special coming up for the Halloween holiday and Day of the Dead. If you feel like you need something for the elections, if you're in the US, that too. So I've got that going on, $10 for 15 minutes. Feel free to contact me either on Facebook or Instagram at Oracle Jessie. TikTok as well. I will be doing more there. So also, if you haven't already, feel free to check out the community over on Facebook at New Human Central. That is our Facebook group. Check us out there. I did not do a Tea and Tarot Tuesday this week. I'm so sorry. I wholeheartedly apologize. My schedule, just like yours, is hectic and still trying to find a rhythm, finding a rhythm. And maybe that's part of what will come up during this week's reading. Okay, enough with announcements. Let's start our reading with our animal knowledge cards. See what animal wants to come out for us this upcoming week. Give us some guidance on the energy upcoming. Something to think about. Right here. Okay, right here. We are in the season of rabbit. Like, I believe this is the third week in a row. I believe. So I don't know. Power, abundance, heroism, seasons, and cycle of life. Cycles of life are the key words here. So just keep tuning into yourself and allowing whatever abundance you can appreciate from within to show itself. Because I was listening to a channeling by Cassandra. Cassandra is spelled with a K. Here on YouTube, it's the YouTube channel called Susan and Cassandra. Again, Cassandra is spelled with a K. I was just listening to a channeling recently, and Cassandra said, your abundance isn't your worth. Your worth is your abundance. So it's very important to not have our worth wrapped up in superficial things. And I really do think that's what Rabbit is coming forward for us this week with that message. Where do we put our own self-worth, and in what do we, how do we evaluate our own self-worth, and how can we learn to develop ourselves to be more of our own hero, more the hero of our own story? How can we tap in to the feminine energy that is represented here with the moon in its various phases here? How can we tap into the feminine energy of creation? How can we create more of ourselves, develop more of ourselves from within, and create more self-worth for ourselves? I'm seeing that as a theme. Maybe I'll do some more on that topic here. Okay, next. I did get the message from certain cards that they wanted to come out to play today. Also, look at this coffee mug. I'm in the office today, so look at this coffee mug. It's adorable. Okay. It makes office coffee taste better. But anyway, okay. So, I did get messages from these cards that wanted to come out to play today. So, I've got my OG cards, my Mystic Dreamer Tarot deck. This is the deck that I learned to read on. These cards have been with me 12 years now. Yeah, 12 years. So, we've seen quite a lot. Quite a lot. So, let me go ahead and shuffle these here. And see what cards will come out for us this week with our guidance reading, with Halloween coming up, the elections, and 11/11. Ooh, they have something to say about 11/11 coming up here soon. Okay, we've got the Magician. Again, with the creation, the power that we have with intention, this is very much a focusing all of our energies into one avenue or one source so that we can pull all of our resources into moving towards one goal. A master manifester, the Magician is. Master manipulator, not to manipulate other people, but a manipulator of energy. So taking all of the tools, mastering them into putting them towards one thing, one resource, and moving forward with that type of energy. And fully embracing that and moving forward with all of the elements. Because you can see there's all the elements represented here at the table. We've got a wand there, we've got a chalice, we've got a pentacle, and it looks like an athame. Clearly there's air everywhere, but just moving forward with intention and utilizing all resources and moving forward with all resources. Okay, card number 2 here is going to be the reverse 2 of swords. So this is us needing to make a decision and really feeling pulled in 2 different directions and not sure what to do and what to decide. I don't know if I've said this before here or not, but Gary Vee is a big businessman and he just has no trouble making decisions because you're never going to know what the other outcome is. Never going to know. And if you read the book Think and Grow Rich, people make decisions. Successful people make decisions very quickly, but change them very slowly. So just decide is what it's saying. I know there's a lot out there as far as the energy goes with decision making right now. We are being pulled in multiple different directions, and it feels like the world is crumbling around us, maybe, and it is. Honestly, we are here during this time to create something new, to dare to dream a new dream and manifest that into reality. And in order to do that, we're going to be asked time and time again, often, 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 to step out of our comfort zone and to know that we are being cared for by Source. Source is going to embrace us throughout the whole process. So at this time, we're being asked to decide. Okay, next. Card number 3 here is going to be reverse judgment. This is us taking stock of our lives, of this situation that we're in, and embracing how we can how to look at ourselves. This is a this is a perception card. This is us looking at life in a whole new perspective. So where are we? How can we more fully love ourselves? How can we more fully stand in that loving light? And yeah, there's people that give those love and light people a hard time, and it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And so we are just asked to evaluate all of the things, evaluate the decisions that we're facing right now, and how can we tap in to that loving message that we have inside of us. How can we tap in and be in love more often, and be that loving, kind human that we know that we can be? And how do we step more into that more fully in our everyday lives? Our undercurrent here. So undercurrent is underneath the deck, is going to be the 10 of Swords. This is us feeling like we cannot go on. This is us being ground like literally to the ground, like this, like being into the ground, being pushed to our limit. This is us being pushed and pulled in so many different directions. This is how we are feeling. We are doing this for a reason. This is happening for us. This is not happening to us. Spirit, Source is pushing us to do this. I'm reminded of one of my friends who is an amazing reader. He said that it reminds me of the Temperance card also being tempered like steel. You're being put through the fire and pounded into something stronger. We are being pushed to be stronger so that we can evolve into this more compassionate, more loving, more kind version of ourselves into the near future. And everyone is going through this. You'll see this everywhere. You're gonna see. That's why I wasn't able to schedule much time for community very much, and everyone is going through it. And I now knowing that maybe it'll be easier for all of us to have more compassion, to be able to reach out and share more of our story, to be able to be vulnerable with each other and be more compassionate and be more loving and reach out and love each other even more, because everyone is feeling that way. And it's hard. It is hard. So next I'm going to go with the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. Colette Baron read. It's been a while since we've had readings from here, so let's go ahead and take a look and see Okay, apparently this card wanted to pop out and say hello. This is Spark. This is, with it being reversed, this, excuse me, this is coming from within. This is our spark of fire. This is us defending ourselves and defending that inner spark of fire in our heart, that dream that we will not give up on. We are developing more and more muscles, more and more drive towards this fuel, this fire that we have in each and every one of us. And we are developing more this inspiration that we have inside of all of us. And how can we more fully bring that outward towards expression? It's growing within us, and we are guarding it from negative energies outside of us that want to squash it. We are guarding ourselves from fear that's trying to come in. We are guarding ourselves from and protecting ourselves and protecting our energy from the negativity that's coming from the outside world. And this is what this time is all about. It's more like an evolvement of learning how to see past the illusion of the fear that's being projected onto us. So be afraid. This idea that we should be afraid of the virus, this idea that we should be afraid of other people, because the virus and self-isolation isn't necessarily as scary as everyone thinks it is. And we've been going through this for a while. Yeah. And I'm not saying that it's all BS. And I'm not saying that if you're hiding, then you're not doing the right thing. I'm not. Please do exactly what you feel on the inside is right for you. I think that what we are experiencing, the projection, that the messages that we're hearing from the outside, whether they're from someone close to us or whether they're from the media or the government, which might be the same thing, but anyway, what we are hearing from the outside, projected looking in, isn't necessarily what our heart and what our gut is telling us, what we are receiving from the inside. And what we are receiving from the inside, what we are directly hearing, the messages we are directly hearing from source, that is where we should be getting most of our information. That is where we should be operating from. This is us learning how to ignore the world despite being ground into a rock and a hard place, right? Ignore the world, listen to the voice within, listen to spirit source within. Okay, I'll pull one more from the top here and then we'll go into the undercurrent. One more from the top. This is Sacred Pool reversed. This is us tapping into that sacred pool of knowledge that we have within us, learning to nurture it, learning to care for it. This is very much a water card, and Spark is very much a fire card. So learning to tend to the elements within ourselves and more fully embrace our path ahead. Yeah, very interesting. So I just noticed, you'll be able to see in the pictures, I just noticed in the tarot cards, we've got air on top, air on the bottom, and two major arcana cards. So air, again, with fire and water, air represents logic, also fears, the fears being projected, the fears being projected onto us, and very much a mental thing, right? So this is about our emotions, being able to tap into our emotions. What do our emotions encourage us to do. And look at this. Just caught my eye when I was staring at the camera there. It's a little butterfly. Metamorphosis, transformation. We are using this alchemizing of fire and water within us, the spark of fire, the inspiration, the emotions that we have inside of us to come out and flower and bloom and morph ourselves into more love. This is more love coming at us. Our undercurrent here is coming together. We are learning to come together in different ways. Look up what's going on 11/11 in Australia. This is us coming together beyond beyond the confines of time and space. We are learning to come together in new and unique ways to bring more love into intention, to bring more love together with our own selves, to bring that wellspring of love that we have within us and bring it outward and express it. That's what the spark and the sacred pool are working together on the inside to come out and express ourselves. So we're nurturing that within so that we can come together outside. So for some of us, this is going to come into like a love relationship. Some of this is going to come manifest itself into business relationships. Some of this is going to just embrace more community, whether that's while you're still physically self-isolating or coming out of your shell and doing the things in physical community. This is just learning to embrace more fully going forward. Okay, this is a long reading, I'm feeling like, but all good things, all good things. Okay, so let's see what the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck has for us. Again, I'll try to just pull a couple cards here. We'll see. For the week going forward through Halloween. Pull here, they say. Okay, we will. This one. The Sun Dancers. Sun Dancers. Joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. This is just a reminder to enjoy the process, enjoy everything, enjoy the whole evolution of humanity. This is, even though it's hard, this is our reminder to just enjoy and more fully embrace the process and more fully step forward, because if we can more fully step forward in it, share ourselves, be vulnerable, be in community, come together to celebrate each other as we are unfolding, as we are embracing the newness, the new idea of abundance and worth and wealth and what it means, we will more fully know and realize the capacity of our lives and how they can, how we can more fully embrace each other in our times of vulnerability, in our times of bravery and courage, and ourselves, and how we can tap into that. Next, I think here I will just go with the undercurrent, which is the cosmos. This is us being supported by spirit source, allowing it to flow through us. If we step aside with our mind and our ego and our I'll do a video on ego because it's not necessarily a bad thing, but if we step aside with our mind and our ego and our fears, we will more fully feel the source connection that we all have available to us. The and how we can more fully feel the breath of air, the spirit, the motion of the ocean that we are in, and tap into that and know that no matter what choices, no matter what decisions we are making, that everything's going to work out and everything's going to be okay. So, that is the message I have for y'all this week. Check out the pictures on Instagram and Facebook. Feel free to check out the community on Facebook as well, New Human Central, and reach out to me for sure if you're interested in that special, the reading special. I have $10 for a 15-minute video reading one-on-one for you right here, shared as a private video, of course, on YouTube. So I love you all. Thank you all so much for honoring yourself, for being here. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Sending you all so much love. Hasta la bye-bye.